Afternoon all, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about something that I think I've got quite a bit of experience in, and that's playing the blame game. Now, what I mean by that is always making yourself the victim, I suppose, is the easiest way to describe it. Now, I've gone through stages of this, so I haven't done it my whole life. I try not to do it now, but I felt like, especially when I was younger, because because of my prosthesis, I had over 70 operations in hospital before I was about 7. So I was always in and out of hospital, and I know there was a time that I blamed my mother for the way that I am today, and I was completely wrong. But obviously, being 4 or 5 years old, I didn't know any better. There's probably even a time that I blamed God. I didn't know why I was the way that I was, why I had to spend so much time in hospital. It was just a case of, like, I'm different, I've got all these issues, what did I do to deserve these problems? And look, there was no rhyme or reason as to why it happened. It happened, and like, there's millions and millions of people worldwide who have disabilities and that who are in the same boat. That's the way God made us. Okay, everyone's here on this earth for a certain reason, and everyone's built differently, everyone's unique. But being 4 or 5 years old, I wanted to blame someone. Now, obviously at that age you can get away with that sort of thing. There's no issue there. Everyone in the same, but everyone would probably go along the same lines with that. And then I sort of got to, I don't know, probably 8, 9 years old, and everything changed. I started to take responsibility for my own actions. Everything was about doing the best for myself, to put myself in the best position to be able to achieve at life. I did martial arts and pushed myself harder than anyone. I went after whatever I put my mind to. I participated in a rally team, did basketball, then I started Latin dancing. Everything I put my mind to, it was my decision to do it, and I wanted to be the best. It doesn't matter who stands in my way, I'm going to achieve it. And that sort of went between, say, 8 years old and, say, 24, 25, maybe even a little bit later. And there was never, at that stage, there was never any, oh yeah, I've got a disability, and I couldn't do it because of that disability. I didn't even see the disability most of the time, to be honest. Yeah, and then I got to, say, 25 to 30 years old, and I started to get back into that mindset again. Everything was very victim sort of mentality. I started to complain, to get into that, whatever I put my mind to. So if I was looking at it from a business point of view, it was like, oh, I purchased numerous courses. Well, they're not working for me. They ripped me off. At work, it was like, well, why didn't I get that position? I'm better than the rest of them, like, poor bugger me sort of mentality. And failed relationships, like, the list goes on. Now, I've got a few examples of when I've done this. Like, as I say, I did it for probably 20 years, so I'm pretty sure I've got a lot more examples. But here's a few that I pulled out. So, with my martial arts. So, I think this was back in 2016, just before I had my wife had my first child, and I was doing martial arts, and we had a grading over here. I was going for my 3rd Dan black belt, and I didn't get my 3rd Dan black belt. And not only didn't I get my 3rd Dan black belt, but I was the only one in the dojo that didn't get their grade. So rather than probably what I would have done before and just gone, well, I've got to work 3 times as hard next time and let's get it, I chucked a hissy fit. Not in public, obviously, but within myself. And I'm like, God, it's not bad enough that I don't get my 3rd Dan black belt, but I'm humiliated in front of the class and all this sort of stuff. And look, it's not that you can't be upset. It's the fact that it's your own fault. Like, if you train hard enough and you put in the work, you can achieve whatever you want to put your mind to. I didn't train hard enough, and therefore I didn't get the result. Now, I can sit back and I can say every day of the week, oh yeah, but it was this person, they took all my time away when I was training with my sensei, and it was this person because they didn't give me enough time, and it was this person because they messed up when I was in my grading, and it was this. At the end of the day, it's your own fault. As soon as you start blaming other people, you lose control of your own life. And that's, at the end of the day, that's as blatant as I can be. You take away your own choices, you take away your own self-worth. You've got to stand up for what you want, and you've got to own whatever result comes your way. I mean, another example is business. As I say, I've purchased so many courses. I've probably purchased in excess of, say, 60 grand worth of courses through trading the stock markets, through to drop shipping, through to real estate, through to, so many courses. Now I can sit there and I can go, well, they're ripping people off. I didn't make money off it. Well, even if that were the case, whose decision is it to purchase the course? It's not theirs. You've got to own it. Don't go looking for blame elsewhere. Okay, and it's not even about the blame. The fact is, as soon as you start owning your mistakes or successes, you become a different person. Your mentality changes. Your mindset changes. All right, you've got to own whatever you put your mind to. Otherwise, you just become a backseat driver in your life. Now, look, as I say, I'm not perfect at this. I only caught myself in the last couple of years really making these mistakes and really adopting this victim mentality. And you could sit here all day long and give steps on, oh, this is how you overcome this mentality. I'm not a psychologist or anything like that. The one thing I would say is you've got to actively train your brain to not think in that manner. And it's not easy, okay? I still find myself thinking to myself when I start to get angry at someone or something that's happened to me or whatever it may be, I still find myself coming back to, oh, that person did this, and then going, well, actually, no, I'm the one responsible for whatever it may be that's happened in my life. So, take responsibility for your own life. You'll find that your mindset will change drastically, and you'll start to experience the joy that is life. That is the experience that is life. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. I will see you in the next video. By all means, guys, like if you're enjoying the content, subscribe so that you get all the notifications, and leave some comments down below. So tell me what you want to see next. I'd love to hear from you, and we'll see you in the next video.